week. We're already on Wednesday, guys. So Green Math, week 30, day 3. We're going to grade the quiz from yesterday. Okay, so get your pen out, get ready to grade. Okay, so we have number 1. You have 10, 0, 20, 0, 30, 10, and 45. Okay, sorry, I haven't reached that far. Okay, number 2. You have 0, 8, 1, 9, 2, 10, and 3, 11. Number 3, you have 40. Number 4, you have 16. Number 5, you have 7. Number 6, you have no. Number 7 is yes. Number 8 is yes. Number 9 is y equals 9 times x. And this is 9, 18, 27, and 36 are the numbers that you should have. And then number 10, you had to find the equation. So it is y equals x divided by 8 or x divided by 8. Both of those would work. Okay, so that's out of, I'm going to give you multiples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So out of 13. So how many did you get wrong out of 13? Set that aside because we're going to move on. Get a paper out so you can take notes or you can watch the video again. We are moving on to 9.4 for week 30, day 3. And this is on page 388. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we're graphing today. Wow, they're moving you guys up. Okay. So, as we know, we have ins and we have outs, right? And the in is x and the y is, and the y, comma, is out. So these are ins and outs. And we know that when we do ins and outs, y equals something x, right? So it's either add, divide, times. Well, the graphing, sorry, I had to get a drink. The graphing equation, the linear equation is y equals mx plus b. Now this could be plus b or minus b, and then this m is the slope. Okay, so they have this equation, right? I'm going to erase this part. They have this equation that says y equals 2x plus 1, okay? We know how to find the ins and the outs, right? So the x and the y's, okay? So if they give us the x and the y's, we can do, they give us the x's, which is 1, 2, 3, right? That will give me 3 points. So then I can put this in here. So this will look like 2 times 1 plus 1. Okay, so 2 times 1 plus 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, and then this one will be 2 times 2 plus 1. So 2 times 2 plus 1, that's 4, 5. And then 2 times 3 plus 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, okay? So that gives me these ordered pairs, so I'm going to erase that part. These ordered pairs, and when you do ordered pairs, those are your graphing ones. So we have 1, 3, right? And then 2, 5, and then 3, 7, right? Like that. Okay, when you graph these things, you go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I gotta go up again. I'm gonna run out of space. I'm gonna erase this. Okay. 6, 7, because this one is 7. Okay. And then these ones are gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you guys are lucky because on your graph papers, you just have to draw lines on them. Okay, so this one says 1 over up 3. So that's that first one right here. Okay, this one says 2 over up 5. So 2 over up 5. Okay, and this one says 3 over up 7. Okay, so here is this line that we graphed. Okay, now there is another way to graph this besides doing all this work. So I'm going to redraw my graph and I'm going to show you from this right here. Okay, so I regraph this here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so right here, this is the B that we had. That tells you where to start it on the graph. So that tells you that the y-intercept, the one that crosses this line, is the y's and this is the x's. That tells you to start at +1. So I go +1 right here. Does that make sense? So +1, that's where I'm starting. Now, this right here, I'm going to make it into a fraction. So it's 2 over 1. And we always do rise over run, always. And rise can go up or down, but run always goes the same way. So this will say go up 2 over 1, right? So this will be 1, 3, 1, 3, okay? So now we're gonna go up 2 over 1. So now I'm at 2, 5, 2, 5. Okay, so up 2 over 1, right? So now I'm at 3, 7. Does that make sense? So there's 2 different ways to graph it. 1, find all the ordered pairs. Or 2, look at this equation they gave you first to graph it. So the way they want you to understand how it gets graphed, but they want you to look at the equation and graph it. So like on page 388, number 1 says y equals x plus 1. How many x's are there here? 1, right? And so this is going to be 1 over 1 for that slope, and this is our y-intercept here. So we're going to go and we're going to graph this, and you can just make a graph like this, or you can make a graph like this on your graph paper, right? So this is going to go, right? I'm creating 1 marks. You guys have these on your graph. So wherever this is 0, 0 right here. Okay, but where is this starting at? This is starting at +1, this last number +1, okay? Now, what am I going up by? It says just x, so that's 1 over 1. So I go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Does that make sense? Okay, number 2, so that's how that line would be. Okay, number 2 says y equals 3x. Okay, so put that over 1 or make it into a fraction. Now, is there anything right here that I can start with? No, there's nothing right here. So that means that I start at 0. So there's nothing here, so I got to start at 0. So now I go up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. Okay, so we got that, like that. Okay, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. Okay, number 3. Okay, number 3, I'm gonna make sure every time you guys do it, you do a new graph. Okay, so y equals 3x plus 2. So where are we starting at? I'm starting at +2. And I'm going up 3 over 1. So 1, 2, 3. Up 3 over 1. Okay? Up 3 over 1. If there's just a single number here, you're doing it over 1. Okay? Okay. What if there is I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what they give you guys. Okay. What if they do 3 over 2? Y equals, sorry. Y, I'm gonna erase this. Okay. Start over. Y equals 3 over 2x plus 1. You're thinking, oh no, a fraction. This is not a fraction. This is slope. So it's up 3 over 2, right? And they said plus 1. Okay, so where am I starting? Starting point right here, 1. Okay, now this says go up 3 over 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2. Okay, so this one says go up 3 again. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2. And you have a graph. So this is really just slope. This is line. Okay, so you guys I want you to do today for math. You guys are going to be doing lesson 9.4, 6 through 16 even. Now that doesn't look like that many, but each one will be worth 2 points. So when we grade, you'll get 2 points, one for graphing and one for figuring out the line. Okay, so you guys are doing 9.4, 6 through 16 even. Okay. Okay, thanks guys.